Okay, today's project, Predator 9000. First things first, pull off your air box. It's pretty simple. This is the thing that we're after. You can pull it all day, choke it, doesn't want to start. And after you pull this about 15 times, you don't want to pull it anymore, promise you. But anyway, first things first, carburetor. So, gotta get this bad boy off. It's pretty easy. You just gotta watch these little, like people might think you don't need these. It is pretty important because this is what keeps the choke, the throttle to where it goes back to normal. So you definitely don't want to damage that, but they're pretty flexible. But anyway, yeah, basically you want to get all this stuff off your fuel lines, your grounds. This is the carburetor. Now, some of them are a little different, like this is the kind of fancier one, it's a newer model, but it's the same concept. There's a bowl, you want to separate the top from the bowl, you want to make sure the float's working. It's right here at the bottom, this nut. You undo this nut and it should come open. Bottom, a lot of trash in there. So if you look in the carburetor, I don't know how well you can see here, I'll come into the lighter more, but you see that? It looks like you could put a flathead in there. Well, you can, and that's the main jet. So that's very important. That's what we're looking for. That's 90% of the time, if it's a fuel problem, it's that bad boy right there. As you can tell with all the junk in the bowl, I bet that's our winner. So another thing, you don't want to strip that. And this thing might be gummed up pretty good. You definitely don't want to strip that. If you do, you could still make it work. It's just you'd have to stick a wire needle in there and clean it out that way. It's just not as effective. But I sprayed some penetrating oil in it, and we'll be back. Let it sit for a little while. So unfortunately, this is one of those cases where I could not get it out. And it happens all the time, more than I like. But so it's no big deal. All you do, you need one of these, it's like a welding wire cleaner. It's just a bunch of little wires. You can do it, back in the day, I've done it with needles, paper clips. You can use whatever, but these work pretty well. And yeah, you gotta stick this in through the bottom, through that jet. And get it cleaned up pretty good in there. Cause I bet you that. Clean the jets and all. One thing you should be very careful are these gaskets. If you start tearing up that gasket too much, it's not gonna run right. So you need to be careful putting in the gaskets and whatnot. You get a little tear, as long as it makes the seal, you'll be fine, but just be careful on that part. Another pro tip, Marvel Mystery Oil. People like to measure, I'll just eyeball it, throw a little bit. Any one of my engines, my tractor, bolts, my truck, you'll find a stabilizer in it. It saves the gas for up to 6 months to a year, and also it lubricates basically the whole system. Try. Let's put the choke on. I always like to start with the carburetor because that doesn't cost any money. It's just time. And then if the engine still wouldn't have started from there, then we could start looking into electrical and spark. That's usually my last step, and I'll make a video next about that.